Salute guys. Jibrumas back with another public service announcement. I hope you guys are feeling good this morning. Salute Caps out to Jibrumas back with another public service announcement. Of course, we got the May in. What is it again? Salute Caps out to Jibrumas back with another public service announcement. We got the May this spot. Got my brother Luke Goliath out the spot. My G, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. Yo,
Nice.
yeah, look here. You spoke fast.
Too fast for you.
Bro.
Okay, I'm gonna do it slow. Salute Caps out to 021. Special Brumas the Mayor back with another public service announcement. The Mayor, Luke Goliath in the spot, bro. I want to first say thank you for your time, bro. Thank you for pulling up, bro. I think it took us about a year to make this happen. Listen, because I mean, if any of you guys are following Luke and what he's been up to, obviously in the world of producing and just working with artists and stuff like that. There's a launch every night.
Bro, it doesn't stop.
Every night there's a listening session. So I mean, some of you guys might have seen some of the sessions. I mean, shout out to you. I mean, I think I was part of a few sessions that you were part of. It has been dope, bro. Like the experience, though. What I want to get straight into is the fact that I mean, what you guys have been doing is connecting the bridge, like US, even just international artists with Africa. That's
100%.
been dope. What's been going on with that, bro?
Bro, there's so much. I don't even know where to start. It's weird because this whole thing actually started with. So me and my boy Loiso,
Yes.
we shot this video during COVID, of us doing the speeches cover, right? And that video ended up going like viral, and then Justin Bieber reposted the video.
Okay, dope. Yeah.
From there, a bunch of people just started reaching out to me, obviously from the US and then from the UK. But there was this one dude, Ross Lowe. He stood out the most to me.
Yeah.
Just because he was from Cape Town as well, even though he's been living in the States for so long. So I felt a bit more comfortable
Yes, connecting with him.
connecting with him. That then led me to linking up with the whole safety club team, Rock Bailey, Nows, Bridges, T-Cross, V-Script. We had like one session, the first session, which was probably like, I think like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was more like just like a cook up, everyone connecting, meeting each other. And then it just kept on growing from there. And then me and V-Script, we built like this really strong relationship. So, and he loves SA. So
No, I know, I can tell. Yeah.
he loves this place so much.
Listen, and I mean, I spoke to him a little bit about it. I know you're obviously involved with like the writing camps that you guys are having down here. I mean, what exactly happens at the writing camps, and how does it all go down?
So essentially, like we get the studio space. We'll set up maybe like 3-4 rooms. We'll have Baker in one room, me in one room, Phantom in another room, Shekhinah in another room. We'll be cooking up beats, and then there'll be one designated room just for vocal tracking.
Okay.
So each room will have a producer and a writer. We'll be like jumping between rooms as well. Everyone coming up with ideas. Once there's a verse and a hook, that verse and hook demo gets sent to Studio A, where the main artist is,
Yes.
which was Eric Behringer, because we were
At the
busy
time.
working on his album.
Yeah.
And then he cuts the record, and then boom, again, same process over and over. It's like this little factory that we've just built of like sounds.
And I've seen some of them, and I've been out to some of the sessions, even some of the listening sessions. I mean, I've been at some of the recording sessions and listening sessions, so I kind of saw the process, how it all works. And now, obviously, let's say now there are other minorities looking up to you, like in terms of production and working with artists like that. And then like, how do you if they come for advice and like, how do you like tell them like what is that you're supposed to do? Like, is it like, yeah, we just keep producing or connect with the right people, like on the most honest tip, and like people like, yo, how do you work with this artist, or yo, how can I get that? Like, what's your take on that?
Bro, weirdly enough, it's okay, cool. Obviously, you need to keep producing.
Yes.
Get good at your craft, and then post your shit online, like literally our phones, because you don't know what might just go off, and you don't know who's watching your shit as
Yes.
well. Maybe you only get 1,000 views or 500 views, but in that 500 views could be someone
Quality
influential,
people within those views, yes.
100% that could then share that to the right person, and then boom, you start building this network. But I think another big thing is also social skills.
Social skills, yeah.
Knowing how to move in a room, knowing how to speak to people, verbiage, yeah, it's so important, because you can be fire, and then you don't know how to speak to a person and like build some sort of relationship with them. It's gonna mean nothing, no matter how great you are.
100%.
'Cause
I
I
got
feel
you.
like that's also been one of my strong points. Obviously, besides the production thing, it's been being able to connect with people.
Yeah.
And we all like working with people. that we like being around.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
100%. No, I mean, I get that because I even had a conversation with this friend of mine back in the days or so, like, fucking talented, but no people skills for shit, bro. So, nah, and I mean, you probably know who I'm talking about. I mean, if you're watching this, bro, and I'm sorry to throw you at the bus, I had to. But listen here, so, like, you in the rooms with the right people, but not that, even having the ability, or even some people, even, and I'll be honest with you, I go, some people even have inferiority complex.
It's 100%.
Around people. You're like, nah, this one is like too big or what. Well, I don't know how to talk to this one. Or I don't know. I'm gonna come across. So they like overthink about how they should speak to someone. They just end up not even fucking going at it, and then you just leave no room for no connection to have been made.
Bro, and you know what the weirdest thing is? Like, even me,
Yes.
that happens to me as well.
Yeah.
But I've realized all you have to do, just pretend. Just
Okay.
pretend. Just use the actor's technique.
Yes.
And act as if, yo, I'm that guy now. Stop moving like that guy. What would this guy say?
Yes.
You don't actually have to. Eventually, you do it for so long
You
that
you be,
I just
you are
become-
that guy now.
Do you
Yes.
know what I
No,
mean?
100%. No, that's
So,
interesting.
it's just a mindset thing, bro.
So I mean, if you look at that for the time that you've been producing, right, and been working with artists, who do you personally think now would be three of the biggest artists you've worked with and three of the biggest records you were part of?
Okay, definitely Shekhinah. That
Yeah.
was with Suited. That was like a few years ago. And then my friend Loiso.
Yes.
We done Seasons. I think that's one of his biggest records still to this day. What might be the record with Martin Garrix. I might be lying right now.
Yes.
I haven't checked out the numbers. And then recently, definitely the Eric Bellinger project.
Anyway, yeah.
There are some bigger artists that I have some stuff in the pipeline with, but I can't disclose those yet.
No, 100%. And then I mean, I've heard some of the stuff that you do as well. No, but are you cut off to a certain sound, or are you willing to like go outside of the box? Because I know now currently you guys have been working on some different sounds that I've
Yeah.
gotten to heard, like very interesting sounds, like that I don't think South Africans have even heard before. But when it comes to you in terms of production, do you like, some people say like, yeah, I'm an EDM producer, I'm a house producer. Like, what did you like? We don't have to put, we don't believe in boxes, but I'm still asking.
Predominant. I can't even say what I enjoy predominantly. I can tell you what I enjoy listening to most of the time.
Yes.
And this is probably like more dance stuff.
Yes.
And then like heavy rock and roll. But as far as like creating sounds, it all depends on my mood and also dependent on the artist I'm working with.
Yeah.
So, and this is another place where collaboration comes in. So obviously, like I'm not great at every genre.
Yes.
Right. I have my strong points. I have my weak points. But this is where collaboration comes in. So this is where you tap in with like a Phantom
Yes.
or another Nigerian producer that's like really strong with certain elements of the genre, and you tap them in, and then you come in with your essence, and then we all work together.
Okay, so it's like a nice mixed pot. Everybody does like something like this is
100%.
your strong point. Let's all put our techniques together and like make a fucking banger.
100%.
Yeah.
Because bro, I've noticed so many gents like they want to go into the session and they want to be the only person in the session. But
Okay.
now the song doesn't slap, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, it's not about you at the end of the day. It's about the record.
Mm.
That's the most important thing. And no one's gonna clap louder for you if it's just you on the song.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
No, 100%. I got you. Know what? This also makes reminds me of a thing. I don't even know. Amin around. So back in the days there was this track that was made, right, and then he had done like most of the beat, and then the beat was sent to another person that added this whole fucking other element of synths in there that you'd have never thought of at the time, and I just added that, and it just fucking made the record sound complete, and it was like, wow, through the collaboration of it. I mean, that was me
100%.
having the first having experience of like, okay, but how about you? This is like, again, this is your strong suits, but this man just added a whole element that fucking elevated the song to the fucking roof. You know what I mean?
100%. Because
Yeah.
bro, like even me, like I hit roadblocks sometimes. Like I can work a record,
Yeah.
but then sometimes your brain just goes like, yo, I have no more ideas. Send it off to the next person, bro, and
You listen to it.
they'll come in with their own perspective of the song and what they feel the song would need. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And yeah, sorry, but I wanted to say also, do you get that? Do you ever get that point like where you've like listened to something so much like you semi-tone deaf to
Yo.
the song? So it's like, how do I still listen? Like, fuck, I need fresh ears, bro. You listen to this and tell me what you think.
100%, bro. And that's also a weird thing because like sometimes you sit on a record for so long. Because obviously like you're producing it, you go in the vocals,
Yes.
then you're mixing and mastering. By the time like you're done with the record, you've heard the song like 1,000 times. So it doesn't hit you the same anymore.
Yes.
And I feel like that's also been like one of the roadblocks with like a lot of artists and producers and writers. You've heard the song like 1,000 times, but nobody else has, bruh.
Yes.
And this is also where you need to try and like take a step back and remember what the song made you feel when you started it.
For the first time, I
Do you know
got
what
you.
I mean?
Because that's what other people's gonna feel.
100%.
Yeah.
I think that's the cheat code, bro.
Yeah.
But
And
I
what?
still struggle with it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So I mean, and then with you working with all these people, I mean, for me, I mean, what are some of the fun elements that I mean that you've got to learn, like from other people, let's say internationally, or like like or skills that you've kind of homed in on since working.
I wouldn't necessarily. Okay, one thing I have learned is a lot of these US artists and producers don't overthink as much as we do.
Okay.
Like we pay so much attention to small details where they don't really do that. They just literally run on emotion and how the song makes them feel. Because like I've noticed like with our producers, we sometimes overproduce. And I feel like this is just somewhere where like someone like Rick Rubin comes in for those sort of artists, because he's one of these guys where you go to him with your song and he's not telling you to add more shit. Half the time he's telling you to like remove stuff.
Yes.
Like, yo, there's actually too much here. You just need these three elements and the song's done. And I experience that with clients a lot. Like I'll sit there and I'll be like, bro, the song's done. Like get it out. But
Get it
then
out,
they
yeah.
feel like, no, I need to add the seventh harmony and this. And it's like, nobody gives a shit.
Mm.
If that lead line moves you
Yes.
or the bass line moves you, it's done. You must understand the consumer isn't a musician.
Yes.
They're not listening to these details. And I feel like this is where like the Amapiano gents have been killing it. These ones make a record now. Tomorrow.
That's a banger.
It's out.
And it's viral. Everyone
it's
knows
viral, bruh.
No, and I know that. I mean, even if you look at, I mean, if you look at Mara, that also like blew up on TikTok just alone. And the songs like we've seen like the search the let's say the situation under which these kind of things were like made and recorded. It's literally that bro Lamin there in his room, bro, on the bed, and he
Bro.
just tweaked that shit here with fucking FL or some cack.
Bro,
He put that shit out with
100%.
vocals, and then some of the fucking vocals even scratchy or some cack, but it's like as one of the biggest records out the country right now.
Yo, no cock. Like there's so much times we in club, no?
Yeah.
And obviously we're listening as like musicians and producers, and then the log will hit, and then all the other elements of the song disappear, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, you don't hear the drums anymore, but it still hits because that feeling's there, bruh. And that's what music. It's feeling. If the feeling's there and the feeling's there, it's gonna move people.
It's gonna move you, yeah, 100%.
100%, bruh.
And I can listen, and I can take it because I mean I think of myself sometimes. No, with it's being a presenter or being a radio presenter or moving us, and so when you, it's very possible that you find yourself critiquing other people's stuff, but that's because you listen with such an acute ear.
Yeah,
So you're like,
100%.
did you hear there? Nah, that fucking snare was cocking. I don't know why you put it in there. What the puss does this one have two? Nah, bruh, you fucked that song up. And everyone else like, just number.
Yo.
Like, you hear the beat.
Yo.
The 808's a peggy, you know what I mean?
That's something I've also like been working on like for the last probably like the last year and a half, is just like trying to separate myself from what I'm creating and not really thinking about it as a producer, because the producer isn't the target audience. Bro.
Yes.
The masses, the average person that's just gonna bump the record in the car or on cheap Bluetooth speaker.
Yes.
That's the person that I need to move. Bruh.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So like paying attention to like all these crazy small details, sometimes it goes unnoticed 90% of the time.
100%,
bruh.
yeah.
Just focus on feeling, bruh. That's all you need.
Let's say, okay, top 3 people you'd like to work with, whether you have connections with them or not. It's just an open question. Like, who the fuck would Luke like to work with?
Saint John,
Yeah.
definitely. Justin Bieber,
Yeah.
Thames.
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 Oh.
Bro, Thames
You
is
feel like
too
you could do some
much.
justice to Thames' work with in terms of sound?
Bro, I believe so.
You believe so?
I believe so.
Obviously, you vibing out, the Thames songs, by the way, like right now.
Right now, I feel like, what's that last record called? Something JJ.
Yes.
That's one of my favorites at the
One of your
moment.
first. Okay, then I'm gonna go into this one again. What for as a producer, right? What do you think? Again, I'm only taking 3 because I think if I'm gonna take 10 or 100, we might sit here all day just discussing it. 3 records that you have not been on, right? Whether nationally or internationally, that you be like, nah, I think this shit was fucking fire.
Ziggy Ona,
Yes.
of course. Another Ziggy song, Bullies. Like, I feel like people aren't paying that much attention to Bullies.
The Bullies, yeah.
Bullies is a crazy record. That's a crazy record, and I really feel like more people need to hear that song.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Trying to think, who's the third one? Actually, do I have a third one? Let me just think. Let me think.
Look, it could be anyone. It could literally be any artist in the whole fucking universe, bro.
There's this one band I've been listening to a lot called Quanic.
Kwani.
I highly doubt a lot of people enjoy it, but I feel like
Kwani.
Quanic, yeah, it's like they're more like this post-core. It's kind of like hard, like in the heavy metal space,
Yes.
but it's still like kind of musical and like kind of sad, but it's dark, but it feels right. I use them in my stories a lot.
I should give it a listen. I haven't heard, that's also another cool topic to get into. When even people sometimes I have such an eclectic taste of music. Like I listen to all kinds of music because again, you said music emotions, how it moves you. So, I had a time listening to hard rock. I listened to some punk rock. I was
Yeah.
listening to some of the Panic at the Disco stuff. I was listening to Korn. I was listening to Korn. Listening to System of a
Now,
Down.
System of a Down
Wake
is
up!
crazy. No, no,
Brother,
wake up.
I was
Yo,
bro, I
yo.
was a chop suey. I listened to all that stuff, man, and Children of the Corn, that album that Corn dropped in the early days. Mudvayne,
Mudvayne, of course.
I listen to all of it. I play this kind of music sometimes randomly, like in my social circles, and be like,
They're like-
"What the pooks are you listening to, my king, my bro? Play something there with a like a tutup, which I get, but again, I'm a music lover in total.
I feel
So when
you.
people ask me like, what genres do you listen to? I say I listen to everything as long as it's tight. Like I
Fully,
don't
bruh.
like I'm looking at it like I can't actually box it in. If it sounds quite for me or I connect with it, then I get in it.
100%. And bro, like when I was younger, like I used to be like very self-aware of what I listened to.
Yes.
Because I was listening to like a lot of like the more rock stuff, and the heavy metal stuff. And then weirdly, as I got older, I realized like, bro, like I don't really give a fuck what I listen to and whether you like it or not.
Yes.
It moves me.
It moves,
I
yeah.
enjoy it. And if you don't like it, dates.
Yeah.
Go put earphones in, bruh.
Listen to
Like,
it,
love
yeah.
by me now.
Yeah, this is my playlist. Don't be asking me, listen, yeah, we give the remote here.
Nah, bruh, fuck that, bro.
Nah, bro, man, this is a bit too hectic for me, man. Go put something else on.
Nah,
Uh,
but bruh.
listen. I mean, obviously, I listen to that, and then again, I listen to a lot of psychedelic trance as well. I listen to drum and bass.
Yeah.
I listen to techno. I listen to deep house. I listen to
Whatever the
like
mood suits,
whatever,
bruh.
whatever. Like I'm sure you had those days where you listen to fucking 20 genres in like one session. Like I'm gonna listen to like you vibing out to music. Like, oh, let's play that song, then that song.
Yo,
It has
it's-
no relation
It's
to each other.
bipolar, bro. Completely bipolar.
Yeah, the
I love
music
that
was.
shit. I love that shit.
And then for you, I mean, your three favorite artists, not who you like to work with, just your three favorite artists overall, right now.
Quanic,
Yeah.
Post Malone, and then weirdly Earth, Wind and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Okay, because you remember.
Yo,
All right, then let's get into it.
Classic.
Now listen. Now we make it just a little bit vibey out. This motherfucker.
Okay, cool. Say less.
Three of the caucus people. You know, I like this question because everyone's like, yo, but you really want me to say, I'm not trying to stir beef. Like, I don't mean it like that. And I have to do this disclaimer every time, unfortunately for me. It's like, I don't mean it like it's bad music. It's just, you don't fuck with it.
Okay, cool. So, from a listening perspective, no?
Your brass laughing at the because he's going to say something.
From a listening perspective, I would never play this.
Oh.
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red, okay?
I would maybe like use one of her songs for like content purposes.
No, say less. You said you wouldn't play it. Let's move on.
But I do
Well,
it for content purposes.
Okay.
Because it'll maybe make the picture funny.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Who else is there? Yo. Yo, this is a tough one. Who else is there? That's cock. No, I really listen to cock music. That's the thing, man.
No, but again, your kaki someone else is great. You know what I mean? And that's okay because maybe any of the artists you mentioned, someone's be like, it's all kak artists. But you know what I mean? It's
No,
again,
I'm actually going to say something very controversial. And this
Yes.
is especially to the musos.
okay.
Jimi Hendrix. Even though Jimi Hendrix is seen as a
Yes.
god,
Yes.
yo, Jimi Hendrix, like I used to also like just follow because like the world said,
Yes.
yo, Jimi Hendrix, god on guitar. But like I would listen to some of his stuff and it's cock, bruh. Like honestly, like
Nah, you listen,
you
and,
know what I mean?
and everyone's entitled to that opinion, and I firmly believe that because I mean, whether we can even bring it down to something as frugal as fucking let's say soccer players. Like if you don't grant this player because you think he's got to someone else, he's great,
Great.
and that's
100%.
okay, baby. You know what I mean?
Subjective, yeah.
It's subjective, yeah. And so I mean, if any of those artists wanted to work with you, would you? I mean, would you agree to
Oh
work
yeah, no, I would
to
though.
elevate the sound?
No, 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 I would. I
Change
would.
it up a bit.
Like if sexy days go up, bro, I brought the
Anytime.
bag. I'll take the bag. Ice Spice definitely take the bag. Jimi Hendrix, he's obviously dead, so
Yeah.
that's never gonna happen.
And work with some of the artists. I mean, have you ever walked into some like snags in terms of like, I get it, you're people's person, different. You can connect with people. Ever worked with like hard artists, like people that are like just like never happy or like just like you don't have to say their names. I'm just asking like, and like, have you worked with cack people? Like,
I've definitely worked with cuck people.
okay,
Definitely worked with cuck. Those are some of like the worst sessions, bro.
yeah,
Because like I remember this one session. We were busy tracking this. I think we were tracking the hook or the pretty hook. And the first time the artist done it, it was cuck. And I was like, yo, this is cuck. Like we need to let's try again.
yeah,
Tried again, didn't work. So then what I decided was I'm gonna take the section of the song and I'm gonna loop it for like 3 minutes.
yes.
And I said, yo, you have 3 minutes
Try the shit.
and you can record right through and try different styles of doing it.
I'll find the one that works.
100%. Bro, this man,
Fuck the whole 3 minutes.
3 minutes of the same cock, bruh. Yo. And one of my friends, Darren, he's probably gonna know exactly who the fuck I'm speaking
Yeah.
about. It's cock funny.
Uh,
Worst experience, bro.
and with everything you've been doing, I know. So again, I mean, I see your stories and stuff, and I know you always like at some. There's always some event. There's always something happening, right? Music or and like party life and stuff. Like I mean, like, where's the? Is there a fine line between the two?
Um, there is a fine line between the two. So, and we are kind of like touching on this earlier.
Yeah.
It's like you can do you can you. I prefer to do all the things I enjoy doing in studio, whether it's like drinking or whatever, right?
Yes.
And this is something Zakes actually spoke about. He was like, "Yo, if you love girls, bring them to the studio. If you like drinking, bring them to do it in the studio. Just make sure you're always in studio because you never know when there might be some magical idea or magical moment that could happen.
Yes.
But now the last place you want to be is somewhere else where you don't have access to your equipment and you can't get this idea out.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So there is a fine line, but you can cross that line.
Yes.
And where like you get that idea out, which is I feel like the most important thing, and then before you know it, the whole thing just turns into one big party.
Yes.
But for me, the main thing is getting the base idea and the strongest parts out before the party begins and having it recorded and tracked because tomorrow there's another day you can jump back in and now you just come back in with fresh ears
Yes.
and then you can expand on that idea. Nothing has to be done in that moment.
No, I mean, and again, interesting that you mentioned that. I mean, I've watched some documentaries. Like I was at one point in my life, I was like a super hip hop like fan. Like I used to listen to all kind of hip hop as well. So from all the old artists, and I mean, if you watch some of their documentaries, whether it's NWA, whether it's Tupac, Snoop Dogg, all those guys, like the man was getting lit off the Henny and lighting joints in the, and that's how some of the biggest bangers we know came out.
100%, because I feel like what also happens is you become less conscious, self-conscious. You just open yourself up to whatever ideas come up, which is also important because like sometimes if you like dead, I'm not saying you can't be dead sober and get like good ideas,
Yeah.
but when you do loosen up a bit, you become less aware of the people around you and you get more caught up within yourself.
Release that inhibitions, basically. You're like, fuck,
100%.
no, like.
And I mean, we see this in bars and clubs all the time.
Yeah.
The person comes in straight, and then before you know it, this person is completely liberated.
Yes.
You know what I
100%,
mean?
yes.
Which is important for art, bro.
And he's like, hi guys, dope. He's like, yes, is everyone alright?
Bro.
Are you having a good time? We're like,
Bro.
okay. This bro just did a few minutes ago. He's alive now. He's alive. And I mean, and you see that kind of stuff, and we see like how many bangers came out of people while doing it. Like, I'm not gonna say under the influence, but I mean, that they were just doing cack that they enjoyed. So I mean,
100%.
that actually makes more sense now.
100%,
Yeah.
bro. Just don't get too caught up in it, and don't also get too lost in the idea that you do need that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I feel like even for me, I'm more open to having a few drinks when the studio's full, when there's like 5 or 6 people
Yes.
in there. Because now I'm thinking about the Mensa in the room. But like if it's me and an artist alone, it's usually like a completely sober session, bro.
Self-position, yeah. Yeah. And now, I mean, with I know you. I mean, you've been working with a lot of people now currently. And is there any projects that people do? I know you said you can't talk about some stuff, but like stuff that came out, like let's say recently, that people can go listen to. Like, because let's say someone who's watching this might not know who Luke Goliath is. Like,
Yeah.
completely different. They some new target audience that you're gonna penetrate. What should they go listen to? Like, what would you advise them? Like, that's some shit I was on. What could they listen
So
to?
I would definitely say go check out the new Eric Bellinger album.
Yes.
It all makes sense later. I think it's a fire album that has some crazy producers on there. It has me, Baker, Phantom, Shiny J, Bridges. We have some crazy writers, Andre Graham, V Script, Verb. Who else was writing on there? If I missed out your name, I'm sorry. There was just like
A lot.
there was so there's so much people there, bro.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a really fire album, and it's also this nice bridge between like Afrobeat and then like the American style of
Yeah.
R&B, which is really dope.
Look, before
It's a
we,
nice fusion.
just to kind of step away from the music for a second, remember what is this? What spaceship did you fucking bring to the studio? You didn't tell me Elon Musk sponsored a mini rocket, you know?
Nah, so this is just some new venture. Me and my business partner Sheldon,
Yeah.
we're busy working on right now. I can't speak too much about it, but there will be like a lot of information about it online.
What's it called, bro?
So this thing's called in the bin.
Yeah.
It's pretty much an electronic shisha hookah.
Yes.
Works with pods, as the water. It's a great device,
So
bro.
is it called in the bin? I just thought it was nib, and then it was
Nah,
nib again.
it's yeah, it's in the bin.
The bin.
Make sure,
No, I
bro.
see that to be the so it's one word. I don't know.
One word, yeah.
We slat in the nib one way, nib the other way. Let me. We're a puffy of this, bro.
Taste it, bro. Tastes amazing.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you now. If you just said it's amazing, I'm gonna tell you he's talking cack. Because it might be cack. Who knows? I'm joking. Old lungs, this man. You understand? Anthrax lungs. Nah, I'm joking cack. But nice liquor. Was that a nice mint cream mint?
Yeah, this is the mint cream.
So how does this thing work? Tell me. Like, I mean, I'm just interested to know.
you pretty much just charge this thing.
Charged up. Okay.
Yeah, so charge it up. It works with these pods. Again, water flow as well, like a normal hookah. But it lasts longer. I think it's healthier as well.
Yeah. And what's the
That's always a good thing.
what's the smoking life on this thing?
So the pipe will last like 8 to 10 hours.
8 to 10 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm not too sure on how long the pods last. I just need to confirm that with Sheldon.
G? Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, okay, but that's about so long. Okay, cool. And now listen, now another thing. I don't know if you explain about the tattoos that you got going on here. So I mean, we might as well just touch on your favorite pieces.
My favorite pieces would definitely be probably the new face piece.
Oh, is that the new one?
Yeah, the rose.
Okay.
I really like the rose. And then both these, I don't think I'm unhappy with any of these.
No, not unhappy, but I mean, just like when was there any? Do you have any reasons as to why you had any of those tattoos? Like, are there any symbolic meanings to any of them?
The only thing that has meaning on my body, I'm not gonna lie. That's probably this year, which is suited.
Suited, yes.
Yeah, so me and Shekhinah got like matching pieces because it was like the first record that we
Oh,
did.
so she has the same. So she has exactly the same
Yeah,
one.
we got the same piece, same day, same spot, and just to
And what's it here? Memento.
memento.
Yeah.
This is just about like memories, holding on to a memory.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
pretty
what's that
much.
question? Because I had some people that I spoke to a little bit about their tattoos. I'm like, why did you get? I was like, yeah, because it looked jazz. You know.
Yeah, not even gonna lie.
But then you get some people that's a little bit deeper. It's like, I had this because, that's just basically the memory where I'm encapsulating a moment in my life that, and like this is my dog that died when I was 2. His name was Lucas. I fucking miss you, boy. All dogs go to heaven. You know what I mean?
Bro, I feel like some of those are just cap. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Because I know for the fact you're not waking up in the morning looking at your arm like, oh shit, my dog.
My dog, bro. Oh, Mrs. Fucker.
Bro, you know what I mean?
I mean, are you gonna go for any more, by the way? Because I see you got the whole arm there that's
Yeah,
open.
so I wanna finish up I wanna finish up my hands,
Huh?
finish up the inside of my arms, and then finish up this sleeve. And then I might get some here on the side.
Samkin. Okay.
Yeah, but what I want to do is actually want to get like someone like iconic from South Africa, like an influencer.
Yes.
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
And then get them on here. Because what I really want to do is I want to. I'm not sure. I'm sure like in America now, people turn other people into icons.
Yes.
Where they get pieces, where they have a picture of
Fucking blow up of them somewhere on the house.
Marilyn Monroe. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I feel like that's something that's lacking in South Africa, where we need to actually take these people that are doing great things, and we need to, well, let's praise them. Let's give them their flowers while they're alive. Do you know what I mean? Not now the person dies. Now you want to get the choppy.
Yes.
Like, bro, come on now, man. That person's not gonna know.
Anymore. Yeah.
And I feel like that's a big thing with a lot of creatives and artists. It's like they don't get the credit that they should get. And then it plays in your on your mental health, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie, like we pursue this because we are looking for some sort of validation.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And when we don't get it, it's discouraging.
Okay.
So if us as creatives that are in the industry can help uplift by doing like small things like blowing up a picture of them or
Yes.
posting them while they're alive or getting a piece of them
Yeah.
and like just like burning them into history.
Now,
That
I
would be
mean,
great.
now then to go on that thing, man, and I've had so many conversations surrounding, but there's no way we talk about like, is it the South African thing, you know? Is it the our people thing? Is it like why we don't celebrate each other more? Like, is it because is there battles going on that we don't know about, or people in competition with each other? Because I just feel like even now with the new age, with TikTok becoming huge and things like that, like it is a space where everyone wants to be the guy.
Yeah.
So if everybody wants to be the guy, how do we support?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I want to know, like, I mean, what is your take on that?
Bro, like, this is actually I think I spoke about this actually. I'm not sure if you remember now, like when you were in high school or in school and you speak about your ideas and like what you want to do, you have these like your squad of friends and they're all like extremely supportive.
Yes.
Like yeah, you can do it. And I've come to realize it's because like when you before you enter the real world, all of us have these dreams and we all believe it's possible, right? But then maybe the rest of them or like a few of them don't get to pursue it. There's a bit of like envy
Yes,
and
about
because
bitterness. I got you.
and they start to draw back a bit. The same people that used to back you, they pull away a little. I'm not sure if you've noticed
No,
that.
man, don't
And
preach
it's,
into the converted, mate.
bro,
I've been down the road before.
and it's envy and it's like, but my thing is just it's so weird to me because it's like, why aren't you inspired by these people? Because I mean, as long as you're alive, bruh,
Yeah.
and there's breath in your lungs, you can still pursue what you want to pursue. But then stop doing stupid cock. Like, if you do have a job that you don't enjoy, cool. Make time after that.
To do what you actually want to do.
Now you get joined, you lam there, you chow, watch Netflix, waste your time, and then go to bed and repeat the same process. Whereas if you just spend an hour or 2 hours after span, the thing that you don't enjoy, and dedicate it to the one thing that you want to do, over time, that thing can materialize and then
Into something great. Yeah.
100%, bro. That's
No,
all
I
it
got
is.
that. I mean, this even reminds me of that. Of that. Not so much as saying, man. Just the idea that some of the greatest ideas or inventions are all in the grave. You know what I mean? Like you don't get to see it because some people never had the capacity to pursue those
it.
things. Because I mean, yes, we have all these amazing things in the world, but what about the people that were great that never got the opportunity
To be great.
to ever be great because of number one, they didn't want to. They were too scared
Scared.
to actually fulfill it. They dreamed and dreamed, or maybe again, life situations doesn't allow some people.
Yeah.
I know some people that right now that are so cock talented, no, but they aren't able to do their dreams because number one, the breadwinners at home.
Yeah.
So like I can't be looking after my brothers and my sister. My mom's dead, but I want to be a full-time musician. Like how do I do that? But I have to go work so I can get the bread later. I'm not saying that's always the case, but I'm saying, you know what I mean? There are factors.
So, like in those situations, no, something I've come to realize is, and this is just again, this is just my idea.
Yes.
It's at some point you need to cut to these people for a certain period of time.
100%.
You have to be selfish so that you can get yourself into a position where now you can give them even more
Yes.
than what you can do in that moment. Yes, they'll maybe be upset with you and they'll feel like you threw them away for that period. But if they understand, like, it takes one lick, bruh, and then everything changes.
No, and I agree with it. Like essentially, what you're trying to say, a sacrifice needs to be made.
A sacrifice.
A sacrifice
And
is
either
what-
you're gonna sacrifice yourself
Yes.
and your dream, or you're gonna make that short-term sacrifice of these people. I'm not saying completely cut them off, maybe
Yes.
give them nothing, but be like, yo, check here, I can assist to this
To this extent, yeah.
But I need to focus on this so that can give us more.
Give us more. You know what? Then this also brings me back to another topic that I was thinking about. So a friend of mine, a very very close friend of mine, is like considers herself an empath, like very like worried about what other people's going on in their lives, and like finds herself in this situation where she's constantly helping other people, right, all the time, right, and then I get to see like the end result of it, like she's tired, she's drained because you've spent literally your whole life
Bro.
now catering to other people's needs, right? And then when it happened to be the other way around and you need something, you can't go to anyone because you're the person that the people go to. And like you're so sapped, right? Because remember, when people tell you their problems, their stories and stuff,
weighs on you.
that's like spiritual baggage. Because you
100%.
still have to, even if you somehow thinking, yo, how can I help this person, or what can I tell them that might change the situation? And then after I told her, like, you know what, sometimes like, yes, you have to help people. Again, what you said, like to a certain extent, but you also have to put yourself first as well.
You can't pour from an empty cup, bruh.
And since doing that, I mean, life has changed dramatically, and like the things are finally materializing. I was like, wow, you could have done this 10 years ago. Like, where would you have been now? Because in the space of 2 years, you showed like how great life could get when you decided like, what you going through right now, as much as I want to help you, can't be my problem. As much I
100%.
do love you, and I'm not discrediting the fact that I love you or that I want to help you, but I can't pour into you while pouring, making myself empty.
100%.
You know what I mean?
A drowning man can't help a drowning man, bruh.
You get what I'm saying? Nah, 100%. And I mean, with all of that going on in your life, right? How do you point to other artists like right now, like as best you can? Like, what are the ways and means that even just for young up and coming man, because I'm sure this man who's gonna watch us be like, yo, I actually want to be like Luke, maybe, and I also want to produce. Like, are there anything that you guys or you are doing, even on a small scale?
So it's more like giving up and coming opportunities to like send me the ideas.
Yes. Okay.
So because again in the past, I did put myself in a position where I wanted to help and like build, but it was too early.
Yes.
You know, I jumped the gun on that, and then it kind of backfired on me and got me into like a tricky situation. And then I came to realize like, yeah, okay, cool, check here, Luke. You're not actually in a position where you can be running this sort of operation just yet.
Yes.
So maybe pull back, focus on yourself. Once you get this up and running, have like 1 or 2 or 3 people that you rope in, and we all work together collectively. And as we grow this thing and we build this thing, then we start scooping in more people. But like at the moment, it's just like, yo, send me your ideas.
Send me your ideas, yeah.
If there is something small in there that I like, boom, I'll rip that. You'll get credited, obviously, and you get whatever bag comes from it. And yeah, that's right now. That's my contribution.
Yeah. No, for sure, got you, bro. And for first timers, getting into the industry as young producers, do you feel like when people do stuff now for not out of passion, but because they want to make a career?
Yeah, I think that's a horrible idea.
Like and look, and that goes for every facet of industry, man. Like if you're like away, man, I think I'm gonna become a lawyer because the lawyers is making crew. Like if your passion's not law, then you're not
Don't
gonna
do it.
thrive in it. If
Don't
I'm
do
gonna
it.
say, yo, Mr. Maya and Luke them's loving it up now, music producers.
Let me tap into that.
And then let me tap into that, and then you kind of do it because you kind of trying to follow in the wave of what you assume is gonna bring you a certain,
Yeah.
I don't know, standing, lifestyle, whatever. But then you come there like, but it's actually fucking work, bro. And like you actually have to love this thing to
Bro,
do it. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, is like, even like with my IG stories and stuff and what I post, it looks like a fuckload of fun, bro.
All the time, yeah.
But it's like there's a lot of moments in between that I'm not posting, where it's like, bro, I'm scratching my head and I'm
Fucking
losing my
working.
brain, bro.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? I would definitely suggest figure out like what you're really passionate about,
And then do that.
throw on that. Eventually, you can become good enough where people will start paying you for that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, just go where there's no road, bro, and you pave the way.
Create that route. I've been on daytime radio now for 11 years right now, and I'm doing presenting for a good amount of years. I've done radio, I've done TV, I've done magazine writing, I've done all those things, right? And then I remember early days, people were like, yeah, like, yo, you must have a liquor life now. You just have to go talk about your kaka and play some music. I said, okay. You assume it's that easy, right?
Kamala.
So I brought him to the studio. I was like, okay, now you do it. Put the mic on, like, I said, you can't fucking get the sentence out. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I'm saying it takes time, it takes effort, and it takes passion. Like, it's something you
100%.
have to want to do it.
It's years of work
Yeah.
for it to look that easy, bruh.
Yeah.
Years of work.
Look, I got a since time is flying and I have to jump into some more stuff. I got a couple of would you rathers here, bro. So would you rather have your significant other abusing drugs or cheating on you?
Drugs, bro.
So why drugs over cheating?
Because, bro, like cheating, she's not my significant other anymore, bro.
Huh?
She's not my significant other anymore.
Okay.
It's over.
Have you ever had that kind of experience in your life? I mean, I don't want you to divulge all the information. I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Yeah. I had something, not super intense, but yeah, it
Yeah.
was like
Are there any people that you consider very close to you, like loved ones that you really love? Like who's like two people that you love the most in this whole world? If I could ask you that question.
my Tani,
Yes.
my Topi, and my brother.
Okay. So now I don't know if you've watched any of the episodes before. No, this is actually the setup. Like I just set you up.
Yeah.
The joint's burning. All three of them in the joint. You can only save one of them. Who you saving?
My baby brother.
Your baby brother.
My parents have loved, man. They've been here for you know what? Look at some
Mommy and daddy be burning.
Nah, but think about it.
Yes.
That's
I thought you feel like that was like, nah, you nice loved already. Man.
No, but
You gotta
I'm
go.
not trying to be I was like, yo, guys, you guys have spent more time here, man.
Similarly, another question, right? There's an opportunity for Luke Goliath to become one of the greatest producers globally, universally, to go down in history as the biggest producer of all time. Like there's no one that can. I'm talking about every great that you think of.
Okay.
You're better than all of them. And I mean, you get the accolades for that. You get
Okay,
the
cool.
Grammys. You get everything. Like your name's on billboards
Oh,
all
yeah,
across
no.
the world, right? But now we throw a little bit of Illuminati conspiracy in there. You have to sacrifice your brother. Like they say, right? Though you can have this, but we're gonna have to slat this brass cop off. In fact, the whole family gotta go.
And I don't think I'd dollar.
So would you stay and never reach that level of success? Yeah,
Yeah.
or do it and okay, you would.
Yeah, because the thing is, I've thought about it and I've experienced like certain things,
Mm.
and I've realized, as much as I thought it would be like super fulfilling,
It's not.
it's not. Bruh.
Okay.
You know what I
So
mean?
that's why. So I mean, I guess we take it on things like family values, and like
100%.
true love, true connection.
But maybe like
actually means more.
maybe a few years ago, like when I was younger and a bit
Yeah.
more angry at the world, probably.
Now, look, I've asked this question to other people before. They're like, "Yo, they gotta go, Aya." Like
That's
us
wild,
That's us
bruh.
making fun about it. They're like, "Yeah, but you know what, bro? I got dreams, bro, man. So they must not go, bro." Okay, would you rather have a big house, no? Like I'm talking about a mansion, no, but in a bad neighborhood. And when I say bad neighborhood, I'm talking about like socioeconomic factors that obviously play. I mean, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's happening. So whether it's going to be locations, whether it's going to be somewhere on the Cape Flats, whether it is in townships, you know what I mean? Have like this big house there, or a super small joint, no, but like in a more affluent area.
A small house in an affluent area.
So why the one over the other?
The affluent areas probably have a nice view, bro. I'd like live in.
You say you bought the views
I
though.
want the view, bro.
Yeah.
I wanna experience nice things, bro.
Okay.
Like I don't wanna like live in a big house, but I step outside and it's chaos, bro.
Yeah.
Like I wanna step outside and the beach is there, bro. You know what I mean? I can go to some nice big restaurants.
Let me think of something. This is an interesting one, right? Would you rather give up your music career? Like I'm working with artists, like you have to end it up. Like there's no Luke Goliath anymore. There's no more producing right now, or give up your family, like your family and closest friends. Like when I say give them up, you no longer have access to them, or you have to give up the music. So you have to choose either the access to them or the music. What are you gonna choose? So basically, I'm saying I'm taking the support structure away from the music, but are you still willing to do that, or the other way around?
I'm glad these are all hypotheticals, bro.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, luckily.
But I think I choose my family, and this is why.
Yeah.
So like even with my mom, I'd still be able to be creative.
Mm.
Maybe not musically. But I'd still be able to create stuff. So I'll just start sketching and
Do something else.
something
Find us a different creative outlet.
100% because like
Yeah.
that's where I got it from, mainly from my mom.
Okay.
Because when I was a kid, like she would let me draw on the walls and like do the Manus kaku. My toppy was like, what's this light doing?
Yeah. He's creating some kak somewhere. Listen, and now another one is: would you rather give up all the memories you've made, right, or the ability to be on social media or any media platform again? So, all the memories, or all the platforms.
I'll give up the memories
Yeah.
just because the memories aren't tangible.
Okay.
Like they're just thoughts in my mind. And I mean, a lot of the memories are sometimes dark and sad. So why would I want to hold on to the dark and sad stuff?
Yeah.
I can still create my movie online.
Would you rather lose every photo you've ever taken, or all the money you've ever made?
Photos, but I can take more photos. Bro.
I mean, it's an interesting question. Some people have said the latter as well. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's wild, bro.
Okay, last couple of ones before you go. Would you rather know when you're gonna die, or how you're gonna die?
Death is an interesting one, bro.
Yeah.
How or when? When?
When? Do you think if you know when to change how you move, or like what you do?
How I love.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think it'll put more urgency on me working towards the things I want and my goals, and will allow me to spend more time with the people I care about. I'd strike more of a balance.
Hypothetically speaking, you're gonna find out it's a year from now. In 1 year from now, it's gonna happen. God forbid, it's gonna happen in a year from now. You know this right now. What to change? How you live or move right now?
Okay, first of all, I'd get into so much debt. Number one. Number one. That's
You
the
get
first thing I do.
You aren't married or anything, so it's fine.
Bro, I'll
Okay,
get into
cool.
so
You
much
get
debt.
debt?
Get into so much debt. Live where I want. Get my parents and my family out here, and just make records and spend time with them.
Okay, that's
And
all.
with my friends as well. But I also need like a nice balance for them, like when I'm with my
Yes.
family and when I'm with my friends, because I am a bit crazier when I'm not with my family.
Yes.
So I feel like being with them for too long would drive me crazy.
Is the family still out in PE? Or is anyone?
Yeah, they still in PE.
Yeah.
They like the complete opposite of me. Like complete opposite.
How long ago did you make the move though? From like
I moved here probably like 3 years ago.
3 years ago. So
years ago.
before that, you were just in PE the whole time.
Just in PE, bro.
Now then, I have to ask this question. I mean, which city do you prefer?
Well, Cape Town.
Cape Town.
bruh. There's no way I'd go back to PE.
Every single person I've had on here from PE, and I'm friends with with lots of some of the artists and the people that we've been like. I mean, I speak to people like Junior King, people to Early B, and all the man up there. And I'm like, listen, I've spent some time in PE. I've got some family in PE as well, no. So, but for me personally, being a Cape Townian, PE was cack boring.
Bro, look here.
And there's no disrespect. I'm just saying in terms of elements of stuff happening.
Bro, even like the way the city looks, bro. Like Cape Town, the thing I like about Cape Town is there's the infrastructure, but there's also the beauty of
Yes.
the city that I like. The mountains, the beaches. Bro, nothing compares, bro.
Sorry, PE. Or what's the new name?
I think it's Kabeja.
Beja.
Yeah.
Okay, Beja. Okay, now stress. Listen, bro, if there's anything that you want to share maybe with your listeners, followers, I think we're gonna wrap it up pretty soon now. So that's your camera, bro. Anything that you want to share with like the world, anything that you woke up this morning thinking, this is the fucking message I want to put out today, go for it, bro. Like there's literally no limits, go for it.
Pursue what you want to pursue in this life. Nothing's impossible, but there's gonna be a lot of suffering in between. And I would also say, instead of choosing like the safe and secure route to life, choose adventure. Always choose adventure, because like I would say it's better to live a short life filled with like things that you love doing and with people that you enjoy being around, than like sitting safe in a corner, getting fed, making like a small bit of money, and living long, because you're gonna be miserable.
Yeah.
I feel like it's better to suffer in the pursuit of what you want, because there is a chance that everything can change. Whereas if you just choose the safe and secure route, you're just gonna live in that space.
Yeah.
And there isn't a chance of everything changing. Do you know what I mean?
No, 100%, I got you.
Yeah. So I think.
Look, final
That's
question
the
before
one.
we go, Yamina. You have to stuff 100 grams of cocaine alone or have sex with 2 because they have HIV. Thank you so much for watching. That's the PSA podcast. Hey! I just don't know if you guys are feeling good this morning.